José Aldo, the King of Rio, the man who once terrorized featherweights with blistering leg kicks, walked into Montreal hoping for one final hurrah. He walked out robbed on the scorecards and, some would argue, robbed of a proper goodbye. Round 1 looked vintage. Aldo chopped at Ayman Zahabi's lead leg, stung him with a right hook and strutted back to his corner grinning like it was 2011. 25 seconds into round 3 he nearly took Zahabi's head off with a switch kick that rattled the Bell Center rafters. Yet when Bruce Buffer read 3 identical 29-28s for the hometown kid, the arena echoed with boos. Social media timelines lit up, highway robbery, scorecards from Mars, and a few choice words we'll repeat politely, absolute bullocks. Aldo dropped his gloves, shrugged to the cameras, and said the 6 words every fight fan dreads: "I think this is the end." If the Montreal controversy felt surreal, the road to it felt like slow torture. Rewind 12 months, UFC 301, Rio de Janeiro. Aldo unretires, styles on rising contender Jonathan Martinez, and Brazil erupts. Logical next step? Plug him into the title picture or line up a legends fight that sells arenas. Instead, the UFC books Mario Bautista in Salt Lake City. Solid prospect? Sure. Needle mover? Not even close. A split decision snoozer, lousy judging, and zero buzz later, Aldo's stock stagnates. Fast forward to yesterday, Zahabi, a talented regional star but, again, not the name that befits a Hall of Famer's swan song. 3 fights, 3 shrug-worthy opponents, and virtually no promotional push. For fans who grew up on Aldo vs. Faber or Aldo vs. McGregor, this felt like watching a goat on a regional circuit. Here's where conspiracy talk meets cold business logic. After losing to Merab Dvalishvili in 2022, Aldo dipped into boxing. Drawing Jeremy Stevens, banking solid paydays, and proving combat sports audiences still crave his violence. Dana White congratulated him publicly, but insiders whispered, "Step out of the UFC lane and you'll pay a toll when you return." Coincidence or not, Aldo's comeback opponents carried minimal name value, minimal promotional spend, and maximal risk. Beating them moved nobody's needle, losing damaged his aura. Add in 2 straight judging fiascos and it's easy to believe the legend was set up to stumble, not shine. Strip away the last 12 months and José Aldo's resume is untouchable. 7 UFC title defenses at featherweight, 9 if you count the WEC lineage. Wins over Mendez, Faber, Edgar, Swanson, and a late career reinvention at bantamweight that turned back the clock. He mastered Muay Thai in the favelas, became a global superstar, and survived that infamous 13-second detonation by Conor McGregor without letting it define him. Yet the UFC's decision to let one of its greatest champions limp out against fringe contenders undermines its own mythology. How do you market history when you mistreat the historians? Aldo says he's done with MMA, but walking away is easier said than done. Boxing remains lucrative and a legends-only showcase. Think Anderson Silva, Manny Pacquiao, or even Dominic Cruz under hybrid rules. Could headline any streaming platform tomorrow. Fans, meanwhile, have a choice. Accept the corporate churn that burns stars out for short-term gain or demand that icons get matchups worthy of their legacies. Because if the UFC can mishandle José Aldo, it can mishandle anyone. History remembers greatness, yet it also remembers how greatness is treated. José Aldo gave us a decade of highlight reels. All he asked for was a farewell moment that meant something. Instead, he got hometown judges and a matchmaking shrug. The question isn't whether Aldo's legacy survives, it absolutely will. The real question is whether the sport he helped build will learn to honor its architects before the octagon door closes for good.